Hi, my name's Leanne. I'm one of the pro makeup artists for Leanne. Today I'm going to be showing you a sun-kissed no makeup look using the Ultra Cream foundation. So first of all, I'm going to start by prepping my skin using the Ultra Under Base. Now this is a great primer to use as hydration. It is a water and silicone based emulsion, so it's great to make sure your skin's really nourished, as well as the silicone there to make sure that the makeup lasts and stays. Now for a sun-kissed makeup, the skin should always look really glossy and extremely healthy. So if you are someone that tends to have quite dehydrated skin, you can start first of all by using the Derma Color Moisturizing Cream. So that's really high in water and also avocado oils, so it's extremely nourishing for the skin and gives you a great amount of hydration. Okay, so my Ultra Under Base has been applied. I'm going to allow that a couple of seconds just to absorb into the skin, and then we're going to start working in with our Ultra Foundation. So the palette that I'll be working with today is our Ultra Cream Foundation 8 colour palette. Now these are the darker shades from the Trafalgar Dark palette. So these are going to be great to add warmth into my complexion, as well as using to contour. To start with the first application as my base, I'm going to work from the Trafalgar Light palette. So this is going to be more beneficial to my complexion. You can also use these to help highlight as well. So this is a great combinated product. So I'm going to work with two of the creams. I've chose the colour FS38 and also a little bit of olive, just to help with the pink in my skin. And I'm just going to work this foundation through. So I always start in the centre of my face with any foundation application. You just want to make sure that you gain maximum coverage, especially in those hot spots on the cheeks. And then any excess you just want to bring down onto the neck. Now the reason why I've chose the Ultra Cream foundation for this look, it's extremely dewy. It's a great foundation to give the skin a beautiful healthy glow, and it's also really buildable, so you can go for that real no makeup by having just a very small amount, and then you can also build it if you need to gain coverage. Once you've applied the Ultra Cream foundation and you're happy with the coverage, it's always important when you're doing a no makeup to look more sun-kissed, just not to overload the product. You want the skin to look as natural as possible and not overly masked. So if you are working on any dark circles or any blemishes, you can also mix with your Dermacolor concealer, the Makeup Blend. Now this is a mixing medium, it's a fluid formula that will help to shear down the product, just so that you don't end up with an overload of product for it to look too heavy underneath the eyes. It's great just to shear out any of the product. Okay, so once you're happy with any of the concealing, we can then start to go in and add our bronziness to the skin. So as I said to you earlier, I'm going to be working with the Trafalgar Dark palette. So this is the more warmer complexions from the Ultra Foundation range. So I'm going to just take a small amount of Tan 5, which is this shade here. This is fantastic for any bronziness to the skin. I find with some contour colours they can be too cold, which defeats the object of making the skin look more bronzed and sun-kissed. So I'm going to use this just to help frame the face, a little bit on the forehead, on the nose, and the chin. And I'm going to come across the eyes as well, just to give them a little bit of warmth and to connect in with that cheek contour. I keep all of that warmth onto the highest points of my face, like the sun naturally would. It would hit on top of the cheekbones and just make them look really gorgeous and sun-kissed. Okay, so next step, once we've done our base, I'm going to go in with an amount of the Glamour Glow palette. So this is fantastic if you want your skin to look really glowy, glossy, without adding too much powder and texture there. So I'm working from the Elegance palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Sunkissed. This is a really gorgeous bronzier tone out of the collection. And I'm just going to work this onto my cheekbone. And it just gives such a gorgeous glow without being too shimmery. I'm also gonna just complement that with moon dust, just on the highest points. Over the lids of my eyes. And this is a really great makeup if you want just something super quick during the day, especially in them summer seasons where you don't want to feel like you're masked with a lot of makeup and you want to just look really natural and glowy. To enhance my eyes, I'm going to be working from our Variety V6 palette. Now this is a stunning array of colours, everything that you need for warmth. It's a very decadent choice that you have there. And I'm just going to use the shade in TV Brown just to slightly work into my socket. So again, I don't want to look overdone. I don't want to look like I'm wearing too much makeup, but I want enough just to show that we've got a little hint of colour there just to complement. Okay, so to keep into the theme of our shimmer and being super glowy and sun-kissed, I'm going to start working with our satin powder. Now these are fantastic. That's the shade number there for you, which is SP251. These are fantastic to give you iridescence but without glitter. So again, it just looks really, really glossy. You can see that in the camera because it's such a beautiful product. I'm going to take like this under the eyes slightly. It's one of those makeups where it's like an undone makeup. You don't want it to be too structured, you don't want too much definition in there. Everything can be really blown out and super, super soft. So I'm going to work on my eyebrows now. So first of all, I'm just going to take a disposable mascara wand, brush the hairs up. And then just to introduce the eyebrow palette. Now with this palette itself, it's a wax-based powder, so it's fantastic just to use and imitate hair type textures. We only need to use a small amount. Again, we don't want the brows to be too overdone. And we can just work that through the hair just to add slight definition to the shape. So just to enhance the colour more than anything. Once we've done that, we can then groom the brows with our eyebrow forming gel. Now this is a fantastic product if you want the brows just to look really fluffy and brushed up. Fluffy brows are really on trend at the moment. The more fluffier, the better. And again, it keeps it to that really undone makeup. There's no structure in there. There's not too much definition. Okay, so we are going to add some mascara. I think your makeup always looks really polished and completed once you have some mascara on your lashes. So we're going to be working with the Dermacolour Light Mascara. And I've just put some onto a disposable mascara wand. And I'm going to take that through my lashes, really work down onto the root of the lash, and then just bring those up. And you can see already, it just adds that little bit of definition to the makeup. Again, we don't want to be putting on false lashes. We don't want to be adding too much product, but just enough so we know that it's there. bottom lashes, absolutely. I think eyes always look more dressed once you've got some bottom lash on. Okay, so all we need to do now is a little bit of lip. You could at this stage apply blusher if you feel you want to add a little bit more warmth to the skin. So with that you can add Juicy Moon, which is in your Glamour Glow palette. To finish the lips, I'm going to be using the Crystal Rose High Gloss, and I've mixed just a very small amount of the satin powder. So this is the nice thing about using pigments. You can mix and match them with the rest of your products. And I'm just going to use it as a very nice thin layer, just to add that warmth into the lip. Again, keeping with that really gorgeous goldy palette. So everything's soft, really glowy.